Good evening and welcome to another high school football presentation on BayPreps.com. Live from Pleasanton at Foothill High School. I am Pat O'Rourke, and with me is my sound engineer and producer, Jerry Gerard. Tonight we've got a great matchup as East Bay Athletic League competition gets underway. Two longtime rivals, longtime coaches at the helm of the Monte Vista Mustangs and the Foothill Falcons. Craig Bergman is the coach at Monte Vista in his 15th season at the helm of the Mustangs and at the helm of Foothill. Being honored tonight by the locals is Matt Sweeney in his 25th season at the helm of Foothill. 214 wins and 73 losses for Coach Sweeney. And this is a game, it's arguably the best non-crosstown rival game in the Bay Area, according to the San Francisco Chronicle's Mitch Stephens. Features two coaches who respect each other greatly but love to beat each other. That's according to Mitch Stephens on sfgate.com, and we're looking forward to this matchup. Like we said, this is the East Bay Athletic League opener for these two teams. The other games going on tonight. Amador Valley is at Cal. San Ramon Valley is at Livermore, and it doesn't count as an East Bay Athletic League game. De La Salle's at Granada. Of course, De La Salle playing as an independent this year, although they do get the automatic berth into the playoffs. They're an independent. They're ineligible to win the conference championship, but they're still going to play all of the 7 other EBAL opponents. But we're concerned about this one here. Monte Vista and Foothill about ready for the opening kickoff. Pat O'Rourke with you. Looking forward to the start of week 4. Kicking off for the Foothill Falcons is Louis Dupre. Kicking from right to left, obviously on your screen. We are having some connectivity issues during the live broadcast. Apologize for that. Not a real strong internet connection we're getting here. As the kick is a short one, return from the 20-yard line and up to the 26-yard line for Monte Vista is Carson Milner, 5'10", 185-pound senior. And we'll see the Monte Vista offense on the field first. New scoreboard here at Foothill, although it's nearly out of our range. Kind of got to bend over to get a look at it. But very nice video scoreboard here. As Monte Vista's offense starts off, Nikita Zamora, get a look at him as the junior quarterback for Monte Vista, and he'll hand off to the workhorse, Zach Chain, who's got nowhere to go. Among the first ones in the backfield was Cody Shields, 6 foot, 190-pound senior for the blue-shirted Falcons. Zach Chain came into this game, 80 carries, 427 yards, averaging 5.3 yards per carry, 7 touchdowns. He has at least 1 touchdown each game. He loses 2 on first down. And it's second down for the Mustang offense. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, empty backfield. Zamora across the middle of the field is complete to Marco Zamora. No relation. And they get about half the yardage back to what they needed for a first down. It's going to be 3rd down and actually 5 here, so they get 7. So Marco Zamora on the reception on the first pass of the game from Nikita Zamora. Marco Zamora, like Nikita, a junior, 5'11", 170-pound receiver, coming off an outstanding year as a sophomore. Here's Nikita looking to throw again, and that's a bad pass, incomplete, and he's lucky that wasn't picked off. Reading that one all the way was Jameer Holland, and a good job by the receiver for the Mustangs, Jalen Avery. He kind of almost had to fight off Holland there to make sure that ball wasn't picked off. And we'll see the Mustangs punt on 4th and 5. And we've got a timeout called by Foothill. So a timeout on the field, like we mentioned, the 25th year coaching for Matt Sweeney. And dressing his team right now. A lot of respect between these two programs. You heard that in our interview with Chris Babcock before the game, an assistant head coach at Monte Vista. We were unable to get a hold of Sweeney for our interview. We normally interview a ton of coaches on BayPreps.com every week. We don't just do the live video broadcast. The snap is high, and the punt is a good high spiraling kick. Return from inside of 30 and dropped. It's a loose football, and falling back on top of it was Ryan Anderson, the 6'2", 175-pound junior, had trouble catching that excellent punt. So we get a look at the Foothill offense as they start right at the 30-yard line. Just a minute and 27 seconds into this game. Foothill's quarterback by Kyle Kearns, a sophomore, threw 6 touchdown passes in his opening game. And he wants to throw right off the bat here. Down the field, pass incomplete and nearly intercepted by Anders Turner, the outstanding safety for the Mustangs. Turner, all EBAL free safety last year. He was a guy they were without the first few games of last season, about 3 games or so last year, and they really missed him. Just give you a type of impact that he has, and he was nearly able to intercept that long pass from Kearns. Kearns has a couple outstanding backs in the backfield. Obviously, if they're backs, they would be in the backfield, wouldn't they? Griffith Gates and Jameer Holland. Isaiah Langley right now in the backfield. And they're going to give the pitch to Langley, running on this near side. Langley takes a shot as he goes out of bounds. You're going to see a lot of guys not shying away from contact here. Carson Milner in on the stop after the gain of 5. So Monte Vista couldn't convert a 3rd and 5 on their first possession. Now Foothill with an opportunity as we near the 10-minute mark of the opening quarter. Honoring a lot of tradition here tonight at Foothill High School. Thanks to Dusty Collins, the athletic director, for making us feel so welcome. Ray Hudson's the receiver down at the bottom of your screen. He's the one that's committed to California. Here's Kearns looking to throw. Not looking Hudson's way, is rushed and nearly intercepted as the ball. It bats off a couple of linemen and it falls incomplete. Dangerous toss there, a decision you would expect from a sophomore as he was going down. Instead of just taking that sack, he tried to toss it, and he is very, very fortunate that was not picked off. So 2 3-and-outs to open this game, 1 for each side. Marco Zamora is the return man for Monte Vista. And this punt is going to bounce inside the 40. Takes a Foothill bounce to just inside the 34-yard line. And we'll get another look at the Monte Vista offense. Offensive line, Jack Jabola, honorable mention EBAL player. Nick Turcott's a 3-year player for the Mustangs. Jason Marks, returning starter at center. Richard Martinez and Rice Watkins. You've got the tight end, Eric Mensendik. You've got the receivers, Marco Zamora, Jalen Avery, the H-back, Mason Malin. Told you Nikita Zamora, the quarterback, Zach Chain, the running back. And here is Chain. Chain's got a hole up the middle. Chain does a good job of that pad level, and it gets close to a first down. And he does get the first down. Zach Chain got a lot of Frank Gore in him the way he runs as you got trip set off to the left side. Quick screen pass is underthrown and incomplete. A little bit off target in the early going. Actually, that was Jack Rowley in at quarterback for the Mustangs. And not Zamora. Actually, I shouldn't say that. It was Zamora. Zamora wants to throw here, and his pass is going to be incomplete. Apologize, all out of sorts here as that pass was intended for Eric Mensendik, as I am having all types of issues here. And that's 3 straight incompletions now for the Mustangs. And it's 3rd down and 10 after the 10-yard carry by Chain to start this possession. Inside 9 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Second possession for the Mustangs. 4 receiver set. Malin goes in motion to the left. Zamora, play action, has some time here, and now it's going to be dropped. Trent Morgan among the first ones there. Morgan, an honorable mention all defensive player last year. And they dropped Zamora for a loss. We'll call it a loss of 5. So each team's offense struggling in the very early going. 8:20 to play in the first quarter. Punt from Jake DeMaio. Returned up the far side and brought down was Ray Hudson. Hudson back to return after Ryan Anderson had some difficulty. These teams have played some good battles over the years. Monte Vista leads the series 23-10. They won the first 14 in this matchup. They're 10-6 all time here at Foothill. They started this series back in 1975. Craig Bergman is 6-8 as a coach for Monte Vista against Foothill. The Mustangs, though, have won 4 of the last 5 in this series, including 2 straight. 12-7 win last year as the carry goes up the box for a few yards. Griffith Gates gets his first carry. Chabola, Turcotte, Martinez, and Landman, the 4 defensive linemen for Monte Vista, as the pitch goes to the outside. Jameer Holland. Holland stutter steps his way and then crosses the 40-yard line close to a first down. And it will be a first down. Holland came into this game, 22 carries, 239 yards, averaging nearly 11 yards per carry, 2 touchdowns as well. He also has 3 receiving touchdowns, and he has scored at least 1 touchdown in each game. Ball spotted just inside the 41-yard line of Foothill. This is their second possession, 7:10 remaining in the opening quarter. Kearns looking to the sideline. Receiver set to each side. He's got H-back to his right. That's Holland. Kearns looking to throw the entire way. Now flushed and tripped up, brought down. Excellent play made by Jack Chabola. Chris Babcock, assistant head coach, calls Chabola the most solid two-way player on this team. And he makes an excellent play defensively there. For a big loss of 9 for Kearns and the Falcon offense. 2nd down and 19 coming up. Chabola, interesting story. He also has a charity that we can tell you more about later. Good to hear it. Players making impact off the field. Pass across the middle is going to be picked off by Malin. Malin turning it upfield down this near right sideline. Inside the 30, brought down close to the 20. So Kearns struggles throwing the football here in the early going. Nearly throw a pick earlier, and that time easily intercepted. And Mason Malin just sitting in center field there, able to pick that ball off. And Monte Vista's got great field position with 6 minutes to go in the opening quarter. They're at the Foothill 21-yard line. Mustangs held to just one first down on their first two possessions. They give it to Chain, and Chain gets a couple. That Chain, as we told you before, a workhorse. There's a lot of talent on the field tonight on both sides, and particularly when you look at those skill position type of players. And Chain's coming off a season where he had over 1,400 all-purpose yards. Honorable mention EBAL player, 427 rushing yards in the year coming into this game. 2nd down and 8 after that 2-yard scamper. Zamora rushed. He doesn't have a chance, and he's going to go down. Coming right up the box was Cody Shields. And he brings down Zamora for a big loss, setting up 3rd down and a long. Loss of 8 yards on the play. And both teams' defenses come ready to play as we are inside 5 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Zamora out of the shotgun's got 3 receivers to his left, Malin in the slot. Trying to set up a short screen, Chain. Chain doesn't have a chance. Good stop made by Jack Finney. Another player for Foothill who was an honorable mention selection last year as a tight end, but making the stop there defensively. And he brings down Chain for a loss. And that lost a couple. And now Monte Vista is going to try a field goal from John DeMaio, who does have a 27-yard field goal, but this one's from 47 on the near hash. Can he put the Mustangs in front? And it's blocked, and it's going to be returned the other way by the Falcons. This is Nick Mendonca, and he is going to go the distance. Mendonca returns that one about 55 yards. And Foothill has taken a 6-0 lead. That's a big play when you look at the way these defenses have started off this game. The offenses have combined for just 1 first down. And here's the extra point try. It is through the uprights for Nick Cuero. And Foothill has a 7-0 lead. Nick Mendonca just picked that up and ran the distance. And a big start for the Falcons. Now we'll see how the Mustang offense responds, an offense that has just 1 first down in 3 possessions. And moments ago, they were in great shape after that Malin interception set them up at the Foothill 21-yard line. This is the EBAL opener for these teams. There are 2 other EBAL games going on tonight. Amador Valley at Cal and Saramone Valley at Livermore. Amador Valley at Cal game featuring a couple of teams ranked in Harold Auben's top Bay Area top 20 that we have on our site each and every week. Monte Vista ranked 8th in that poll, and Foothill listed only as a bubble team. Falcons out to change that, change Auben's mind. With a win tonight, they lead 7-0 with 3:44 to go in the opening quarter. A special team score can just be a backbreaker. But the Mustangs an opportunity to respond. Can they respond to this pooch kick? And it's a fair catch. called by Eric Mensendik. And Monte Vista will get good field position at the 42-yard line. Two young quarterbacks, Nikita Zamora, the junior for Monte Vista, Kyle Kearns, the sophomore for Foothill, making their EBAL debuts. And as we've said, just a great rivalry. We've got an officials timeout on the field. Now we're ready to go as Zamora gets behind center. Here's Zach Chain. Chain tries to cut it upfield, and he gets a couple. Fourth carry of the game for Chain. 4 carries for 12 yards. Monte Vista 3-0 record coming into this game. Very impressive start. 35-22 win against Castro Valley. They shut out Berkeley 21-0. And the game that really opened up a lot of eyes was a 44-14 win at Pittsburgh. Zamora off his back foot, throws incomplete. Intended for Marco Zamora. So both teams' passing games continue to struggle. Nikita Zamora is 2 of 6 for 5 yards. Kearns of Foothill is 0 for 3 with an interception. Both teams getting put in these third down and long situations. 3:06 to play in the opening quarter. Pat O'Rourke with you from Foothill. Zamora wanting to throw, has got a pocket. His pass, though, way too high. He had Malin in the area, tried to go up and get it, but too high for him. And then running, coming from the other side, was Marco Zamora. And Monte Vista will punt again. This will be their third punt for Jake DeMaio. Back to return is Ryan Anderson. Hudson came in to return on the previous punt. DeMaio's punt is a good one. Backpedaling from the 20 is Anderson. Anderson takes a shot from a few white shirts. There is a late flag that comes down near the Monte Vista bench at the 37-yard line of Foothill. Very poor start for the Mustang offense. 4 possessions and 1 first down. Unable to cash in when they got field position at the Foothill 21. It's a long game, though, and when we talk to Coach Babcock, as we've got a holding call against Foothill on that return. But when we talked to assistant head coach Chris Babcock, he thought that this game could end up like that Foothill Freedom game in terms of a lot of points on the board and maybe some big plays. And the defenses have ruled thus far in the first quarter. 2:48 to play in the opening quarter. But both these teams have the playmakers for those big plays. So Kearns will hand off here. And it goes to Griffith Gates, and Gates runs through a couple of Mustangs and gets a first down. So Gates gets 13, giving him 15 yards on the unevening. Kearns hands off again, and this time nothing doing as the Mustang defense collapses. Gates stops right at that line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, second down. Told you the Mustang defensive line, the linebackers Carson Milner, Nathan Yee, and the middle backer Scott Sheriffs. One of two sophomores on this Mustang team. Corners Nico Zamora and Jalen Avery, and Anders Turner, the free safety, Mason Malin, the big hitting strong safety. 2nd down and 10. Kearns will hand off again. Jameer Holland's got nowhere to go, but he does escape a couple of tackles and fights to avoid a big loss. Holland, 5'11", 185-pound junior. And he loses one. Each team has just one first down inside a minute to go in the first quarter. Looking to throw. Kearns rushed, going to turn it upfield down the near sideline, and he will be hit as he goes out of bounds and will be come up well shy of the first down, and Foothill will have to bring their punting unit on the field.
Out of bounds at the 32-yard line. Brings up 4th down.
Gain of 5 there for Kearns. With 33 seconds to go in the quarter, here's a low line drive punt that does take a Foothill bounce. And it's going to go inside the 35, and it's even rolling towards the 30. And that's where the Falcons will pick it up with 21 seconds to go in the quarter. So we'll see the Mustang offense. This will already be their 5th possession. Just one first down in those 4 possessions. And a blocked field goal returned for a touchdown is the only score we have in this game. Foothill trying to bring the blitz up the middle, and they are going to take down Zamora deep in the backfield. That will probably be the final play of the quarter. Griffith Gates among those in on the stop for the Falcons. That's already the 3rd sack for Foothill, and that will be a fitting close to this first quarter as the Foothill defense has been outstanding. Something that has been a staple under Coach Sweeney in his time at the helm of the Falcons. Monte Vista negative 2 yards of offense in the opening quarter. We'll take a break on the audio side. You're watching high school football action on BayPreps.com. Call Michael Mowry, your home loan purchase and loan finance expert at 925-967-3055. Let Michael Mowry at CNA Equity be your bridge to your most profitable equity partners. Michael Mowry at CNA Equity. Monte Vista, 2nd down and 16 to start the second quarter. Just negative 2 yards of offense in that first quarter. Not what we've come to know from Monte Vista. See how they respond here in the second quarter. That one's nearly picked off, intended for Malin across the middle. And Nikita Zamora is just 2 of 8 for 5 yards. So it's 3rd down and 16 yards to go. They need to get to the 40 for a first. Zamora across the middle, finds Malin. Malin down the far sidelines, got the first down and more. Inside Foothill territory, he is forced out near the 30. On 3rd and 16. It's a 44-yard gain. Make it a 46-yard gain. So on 3rd and 16, they get the big gain down to the Foothill 30. Monte Vista trying to even this game up early in the second quarter. Malin goes in motion to the left. Zach Chain off tackle. And the senior will pick up 4. His 5th carry of the game. Not too many other guys get the ball on the ground for Monte Vista. This is their guy. Rarely takes a play off on offense. 2nd down and 6. 11:18 to go in the first half. 2 receivers set off to the right. Malin in the slot. 2 receivers to the left. Chain in that backfield, a couple yards behind Zamora to the left of him. Zamora looking to throw, looking to his left the whole way. Pass caught by Avery. Makes a move inside the 20, the 10. He's going to get in the end zone for the touchdown. Jalen Avery, the 5'8", 160-pound senior. 26-yard touchdown reception. And Monte Vista, who was scuffling on offense, just 1 first down. They had -8 yards, or actually -2 yards of offense before that big play to Malin. And now a big play to Avery. And the extra point try by DeMaio is good, and we are all knotted up at 7 apiece. So a big response there by the Mustangs for Avery, his 4th touchdown catch. Zamora, his 7th touchdown pass of the unseason. Five plays, 70 yards. It took just a minute and 25 seconds, that possession. The 26-yard touchdown pass to Avery after Foothill scored first on a blocked field goal and return. Now the Mustangs tie it up. 2 big plays, the 46-yard reception for Malin and the 26-yard touchdown pass to Avery. Mustangs, of course, in the white. And the kick goes out of the end zone for a touchback. .10:56 remaining in the first half. Good rivalry. This is a rivalry that has featured a ton of close games over the years. In fact, last year was a defensive battle won by Monte Vista, 12-7 the final score there, as Jeff Lockie threw 2 touchdown passes to Marco Zamora. That was the difference. Short pass here from Kearns. That is his first completion, as he finds Isaiah Langley.
Kearns pass complete to Langley. Back by Zamora.
Reception goes 5 yards. As we told you, Monte Vista's won 2 straight meetings. Just so you go through these games over the years and you see the ton of talent that has come through, guys that have made an impact at the next level, and even if few have gone on to the professional level. As the carry goes to Gates, and he comes up about a yard shy of a first down.
Gates, the ball carrier.
His 4th carry of the game. 4 carries for 19 yards. 10:03 to go in the second quarter of this 7-7 game. So let's see if Foothill can convert this 3rd and 1. They have 1 first down and make it 2 as Gates goes off the right side and is brought down by Malin.
Play good for Foothill, first down. 1st and 10 from their own 32-yard line.
Coach Bergman having a word with the official on the other side. It's 1st down and 10. Mustang defense has played so well through 3+ games, trying to come up with a stop here as Kern's short pass complete to Holland. And the Mustangs doing a good job with their tackling. Obviously, that makes a huge impact when you're trying to stop the opponent. And of course, I mean, Carson Milner on the stop there along with Malin. You're not seeing too many missed tackles. Holland gets just a yard on that reception. He is a threat, as we told you before, out of the backfield. One of the many playmakers in this game. 2nd down and 9 yards to go. Foothill on their own 33. 8:44 to go in the first half. Monte Vista just tied this game up. Here's the draw to Gates, who's got a big hole, gets into the secondary, and is taken down past the 45-yard line. 14 yards on the gain for Gates, who's up to 36 yards. Foothill scored first on a blocked field goal that came after a interception thrown by Kyle Kearns, interception by Malin. Monte Vista tried for a 47-yard field goal. It was blocked and returned the other way for the touchdown. And then Monte Vista just answered with a quick drive, touchdown drive to tie the game up at 7 as the game goes up the middle for a yard or so. But there is a flag down. Nick Mendonca was the one who returned that blocked field goal for a touchdown for Foothill, and Monte Vista getting the 26-yard touchdown pass from Zamora to Avery to even things up. Personal foul face mask against Monte Vista. So that's 15 big yards, and it puts Foothill on Monte Vista's side of the field for the first time. So it's 1st and 10 from the 37. Inside 8 minutes to go, and we've got another flag. It'll be a false start on the Falcons. And Coach Sweeney's coming all the way out in the field. Did he call a timeout here? We have not seen a ruling from the officials. And it is a timeout called by the Foothill bench, with the score tied at 7 and 7:44 to play in the first half.
Foothill High School and the athletic boosters want to thank our generous sponsors and donors for funding our new video state-of-the-art scoreboard. We have their fence signs posted and their logos nicely displayed on the scoreboard.
Whenever you're in the Walnut Creek area, make sure to stop by Rocco's Ristorante Pizzeria. The best food in town, the place to go after the game. Open late, full bar, longtime supporter of high school sports in the corner of Oak Grove and Ignacio in Walnut Creek. That's Rocco's Ristorante Pizzeria. Stop by to watch all the football this weekend. They've got plenty of screens for your college football and pro football viewing this weekend down at Rocco's. 1st down and 15 for the Foothill offense after that false start. They've used up 2 timeouts as Kearns Moves out of the pocket, throws near the sideline, trying to throw this ball away. Kearns just 2 of 6 for 6 yards and an interception. Monte Vista defense has been solid. As I mentioned before, the only touchdown for Foothill came on a blocked field goal. It's a Mustang team that shut out Berkeley in their second game. And they held Pittsburgh to pretty much 7 points in that last game, allowing a late touchdown there. Castro Valley ate them up a little bit in the ground game in that first game, but in that first half particularly. But since, the Mustang defense has been very good. Here's Kearns with play action, plenty of time. His pass incomplete, looking for Ryan Anderson. Pretty good coverage back there, though, by Anders Turner. Malin also in the area. They were not fooled on that play action. But they did have give Kearns plenty of time to throw. It's 3rd down and 15. Foothill was getting something on the ground with Griffith Gates. After the false start, choosing to throw it these last couple of times, and now 3rd and 15. It was 3rd and 16 when Monte Vista got a big play from Nikita Zamora to Mason Molina, 46 yards. Now Foothill trying to get a big play on 3rd and 15. 7.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Kearns steps up. Flush to his right. Throws it away. Good pressure applied by the Mustang defense. Turcotte, the one closest to him as he threw that ball away. So 3 straight incompletions. Mustang secondary doing a tremendous job. And Foothill will punt here, and they're going to try to pin the Mustangs deep. The snap will come from the 42. Parker Bryan standing as 42 when he punts this one away from about the 45. Near the 20-yard line, Foothill will pick it up as it took a little bit of a Mustang bounce. And it's going to be a short net of just about 22 yards. So the Mustang offense, which was really stifled their first 4 possessions, and it looked like it was going to be 5 possessions until that 3rd down and 16 play from their own 24-yard line. Now let's see if they can carry some of that momentum they had at the end of the last drive where they got 6, actually 7, of course, counting the extra point. And now they start at the 20. Foothill showing blitz up the middle. Zamora, though, has some time for the deep ball, and his pass is going to be caught. And a nice, great move by Marco Zamora. He's in the clear, in the 30, the 20. Only one man can take him down, and they do take him down. Holland does all the way inside the 10-yard line. Marco Zamora, excellent play on the ball there, and then turning it upfield. He wasn't able to outrun the speedy Holland, but still a huge, huge play as Monte Vista's passing game is starting to hit full stride. A 46-yard pass, a 26-yard pass, and then this one goes for 72 yards. And it is 1st down and goal from the 8. Play action. Zamora tries to step up and run, but he's got nowhere to go. Zamora, though, doing a good job when he does have nowhere to go to just kind of hold on to that football instead of trying to make a silly decision. I bring that up because that's something that 49ers quarterback Alex Smith is getting praised for now. He's willing to take the sack to avoid the turnover because you're trying to win games, and turnovers, sacks are not necessarily a barometer in terms of winning games, but turnovers are a big barometer. And you're better off taking that sack than throwing a crazy pass in traffic. Zamora's taken 4 sacks thus far, and he gives it to Chain, who stumbles in the backfield, and he's going to go down for a loss. Just 14 yards on 6 carries for Zach Chain. So the Mustangs, who had 1st and goal from the 8, now have 3rd and goal from the 16. And it just shows you how big that tackle was by Jameer Holland, never giving up on the play. The safety able to track down Zamora and prevent the touchdown. And that play will loom big here if Monte Vista can't get in the end zone. 5:31 to go in the second quarter, and it looks like the Mustangs are going to use up a timeout. They have all three of their timeouts. And they will use up the timeout with 5:16 to go in the first half. So they've got two remaining. Foothill has one timeout remaining. We're in the second quarter. Foothill led 7-0 on the blocked field goal and return by Nick Mendoca. They took that 7-0 lead into the second quarter, but Monte Vista, the 5-play, 70-yard drive, capped off by the 26-yard touchdown pass from Nikita Zamora to Jalen Avery. And then on this possession, a big 72-yard passing play to Marco Zamora. Set him up at 1st and goal at the 8, and now 3rd and goal from the 16. Well, I'm Jerry Gerard, producer and cameraman. I am Pat O'Rourke. 5:16 to go in the first half of this EBAL opener. A lot of good battles going on throughout the Bay Area tonight. We're updating them on our scoreboard. Just go to baypreps.com and you'll see our week 4 schedule and scoreboard. 3rd and goal from the 16. Zamora. Pass across the middle, deflected and incomplete. Looking for Marco Zamora, but he had 3 blue shirts surrounding him. Before that, Nikita Zamora had completed 3 straight passes for a total of 144 yards. But the incompletion are going to bring their field goal unit on again, and they had that 47-yard field goal blocked. As the kick by DeMaio didn't have a chance, this one is going to be a 34-yard field goal. The hold is down, the kick is up, and it is no good. Missed it to the left. So Foothill with the better special teams thus far. It was long enough, that line drive, but missed it left, and we stay tied at 7. And again, you go back to that big tackle made by Jameer Holland on Marco Zamora to bring him down at the 8-yard line. Monte Vista ends up getting no points out of it. They didn't get any points earlier after a Mason Malin interception. Winning the yardage battle with 5:06 to go in the first half. A big hole for Gates. You don't want to get in his way. If you tackle him, you want to tackle him low, and he nearly gets 10 on first down. And he does get 10 as they move the chains. Already 46 yards rushing for Gates. 56 yards of offense for the Falcons. 138 for Monte Vista. 4:43 to play in the first quarter of this 7-7 game. 1st and 10 from the 30. Gates following his blockers and keeping his legs churning for about 6. Second down and 4 with 4:15 to play in the first half. Foothill, I'm sure, wanting to use Gates in that running game to try to wear down the Mustang defense that has been strong. Split backs behind Kearns, hard count. Gates again. Gates tries to run through a man, and he gets close to another first down, and it looks like he's going to get it. They will move the chains again for the Falcons. So the Foothill running game looking good. Their offensive line starting to get a push against that solid Mustang defensive line. And Foothill, despite giving up those big plays, it's an opportunity to take a lead into halftime. 3:26 remaining in the second quarter. Langley in the backfield along with Gates. They'll give it to Gates again, turns it upfield, big hole. He's inside Monte Vista territory. This time Gates gets 12. Stop there made by Nathan Yee, the 5'10", 180-pound senior. Good possession here for the Falcons. It's taken over 2 minutes. They started at their own 20 after that missed field goal. Pitch to Holland. Holland trying to follow some blocks. A flag does come down as he gets tackled at the 42. We've got an injured Mustang lying on his back right now. Hopefully just a cramp. We'll have to wait on that flag, but it was going to be a gain of 6 for Holland and Foothill. Did not get a number of that injured Mustang player. We are in the second quarter. I'm running the scoreboard here too, so apologize that I did not update that. It is a hold against Foothill, their third penalty. 2:46 to go in the second quarter. That's a big loss if Jack Chabola cannot return in this game. As we mentioned before, called the most solid two-way player on the Mustangs. Chabola, a guy that has his own charity. He sells donated tickets and gives the money of those donated tickets to Richmond High School. It's just something you don't hear about that much of high school kids. That type of work off the field, very impressive. Something I wouldn't have thought of when I was that age. As the handoff goes to Griffith Gates. We hope Chabola can return in this game. As Gates gets a couple after that holding penalty. It's second down and long. They need to get to the Monte Vista 38. And it's 2nd and 19 after that pickup of 2. 2:04 to go in the second quarter. Pat O'Rourke with you here on BayPreps.com. Looking to throw is Kearns across the middle. Pass is going to be complete to Finney, and Finney taken down at the 35. That's a first down. They convert the 2nd and 19. A gain of 21 yards, the biggest passing play of the evening for Foothill, who had just 6 yards passing on the night before that play to Finney. Finney came into this game with 9 catches for 121 yards and 2 touchdowns. Monte Vista defense does a good job collapsing and stuffing a loss. Richard Martinez. Ramondo is able to come up and make the play. .50 to go in the half. Foothill's got just one timeout. Here's the pass, incomplete over to the Foothill sideline. Mustang defense doing an excellent job in the passing game. Foothill is just 3 of 10 for 27 yards and an interception. And the clock does stop after that incompletion. With 46 seconds to go in the half. Third down and 11 yards to go. Kearns, incomplete, looking for Finney again. So this possession, which started back at their own 20, showed some promise with Gates on the ground, and they did get that 21-yard play to Finney on 2nd and long. But the Mustang defense stepping up once again with 41 seconds to go in the half. Foothill looks like they're going to punt here, hoping to take a 7-7 game into halftime. And here is the punt. And the fair catch is made inside the 20. And let's see what the Mustangs do here from the 15. Mustang offense struggled most of this first half, although they did have 3 big plays. A 46-yard pass play, 26 yards, and 72 yards. And the 26-yard one went for a touchdown. They could not cash in on the 72-yard pass play to Marco Zamora. Monte Vista looks like they're content just taking this 7-7 game into halftime, as they do not have the great field position. Goes as a loss of 1 on the play for Zamora, who's got negative 26 yards rushing in the first half on 4 sacks. And that will, in fact, be the final play of the first half. So these teams head into the locker room tied at 7. Foothill got the scoring started on a blocked field goal return for a touchdown from Nick Mendoca in Monte Vista, who was held to negative 2 yards in the first quarter. Got a big pass play, a 46 yards from Nikita Zamora to Mason Malin, and then later cash in on a 26-yard touchdown pass to Jalen Avery to tie the game up at 7. That was with 10:56 to go in the first half, and we are tied at 7 at the break. We'll take a break on the audio side. You're watching high school football action on BayPreps.com.
good quarterback. They were, well, they'd been state champs the year
And now we'd
before.
like to introduce Lucia Holman,
At halftime,
president
he was
of the
playing the
Foothill Athletic
trombone in
Boosters.
the band.
Wow.
I was saying, well, how's the coach help her thing?
So we're at in Kansas.
Wichita.
Oh. My uncle lived in Wichita.
Pardon me?
My uncle lived in Wichita.
Is that right?
I went there once, yeah.
Well, it's a nice city, but it's Kansas is years behind California. Years behind.
To make that happen, and we couldn't have done it without our sponsors, and they've been mentioned throughout the night, but I'm going to mention them real quick again. Our gold sponsors are Port of Pleasanton, Mike Perry Investment Real Estate, Toyota Douglas, and Fremont Bank, and our silver sponsors are Valley Plumbing, Shell and Dublin Boulevard, Barron's Jewelers, and Big O Tires in Pleasanton, and we have
beautiful
several
evening.
Pens Boardwalk owners, Bell Sports Medicine, Ford Pens, and the construction, Ritter Investments, Olympic Orthodontics, Insignia Design, and Tri-Valley Orthopedics. When we were planning on having the scoreboard, we asked all the coaches, and Coach Sweeney had only one request, that we keep Roger Dabney's name. So we've honored that request, and we have the Roger Dabney family here for this night of official dedication. Thank you so much. Mr. Dabney. Principal Dabney was very loved, and he left an incredible legacy. So thank you for all of you. You have that in him, and thank you for sharing him with us in his memory. So thank you, everybody, and go Falcons!
Wait, I've got to go get the store and get a chair. I can't handle it anymore.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Foothill High School Marching Band and Color Guard welcomes you to a presentation of their competitive field show, Mirage. Tonight's performance features soloists Katie Lou and Ashley Anticho. The Foothill Band captains are Matthew O'Neill, Byron Lowe, Jasmine Kim, and Courtney Capurro. Drum majors Diana Fu, Kenny Shin, and Lang Cheng. Is the band ready?
Sunday?
Yeah, I live down there. Oh, but I listen to them practice from where I live.
Oh, nice. You should come visit us on Sunday.
Where is your church?
On Hop Yard. Hop Yard and South Valley Trails. This is actually the pastor here.
3200. Well, you bring him with you. Just you can keep him straight then, huh?
He keeps me straight. It starts at 10.
10 o'clock.
I'm gonna look for you.
According to how my wife feels.
Along with Jerry Gerard, Pat O'Rourke with you here on BayPreps.com as we are at halftime. Excellent job by the Foothill Marching Band performing here as they honor Coach Matt Sweeney in his 25th season at the helm of the Falcons program. And a game that resembles a little bit like last year in terms of a low-scoring game. Monte Vista won a year ago 12-7, and they are tied at 7 at the break here. The defense is playing very well. The only score in the first quarter was a blocked field goal return by Nick Mendoka of about 55 yards, and that put Foothill up 7-0. Early in the second quarter, Monte Vista was faced with a 3rd down and 16, and that's when they had negative 2 yards of offense before this play. A 46-yard passing play from Nikita Zamora to Mason Malin. A couple plays later, it was Zamora finding Jalen Avery, who did some nice work to get in the end zone for a touchdown from 26 yards out, and Monte Vista with the extra point tied this game up at 7. The Mustangs got another big play later on in the quarter, a 72-yard pass play to Marco Zamora. It set them up with 1st and goal from the 8, but they went backwards, eventually tried to kick a 34-yard field goal, and that kick by John DeMaio missed to the left. So Monte Vista errant on 2 field goal tries, 1 miss and 1 block, and that is how we remain tied at 7 at the half. Total yards, Monte Vista has 149 passing yards, negative 12 rushing yards. Just 6 carries and 14 yards for Zach Chain, and then 5 rushes for negative 26 yards for Nikita Zamora, who's been sacked 4 times. Foothill has 106 total yards, 31 less than Monte Vista. They have 27 on the ground, or 79 on the ground, and 27 through the air. Individually for Monte Vista, we told you Chain's got 6 carries for 14 yards and Zamora 5 for negative 26. Zamora passing is 5 of 12 for 149 yards. 2 catches, 79 yards for Marco Zamora. 1 catch, 26 yards, that touchdown for Jalen Avery. 1 catch, 46 yards for Malin. And 1 catch for negative 2 yards for Chain. 1 penalty for 15 yards for Monte Vista. Foothill has 3 penalties for 25 yards. Griffith Gates has done some work on the ground. 12 carries, 69 yards. Holland, 3 carries, 9 yards. Langley, 1 carry, 5 yards. Kearns, 2 for negative 4 yards. Through the air, Kearns has struggled. The sophomore, 3 of 11 for 27 yards and an interception. Finney's got 1 catch for 21 yards. Langley, 1 catch, 5 yards. And Holland has 1 catch for 5 yards. Monte Vista defense doing a very good job, particularly with what they've done with Kearns and Jameer Holland. So let's see how both these teams make adjustments heading into the second half. And before we get there, let's thank our sponsors. Michael Mulry, your home loan purchase and loan finance expert at 925-967-3055. Let Michael Mulry at CNA Equity be your bridge to your most profitable equity partners. That's Michael Mulry at CNA Equity.
That's his goal. That's his goal. One of his goals is the matches that he lost this year. Most similar to he got pinned.
Also like to thank Rocco's Ristorante Pizzeria, the place to go after the game. Open late, full bar, longtime supporter of high school sports on the corner of Oak Grove and Ignacio and Walnut Creek. That's Rocco's Ristorante Pizzeria. 7-7 our score at the break. Trying our best to stay with you for the connectivity issues we're having here. Not a real strong connection we're getting through Verizon for this internet connection. We will have the full archive version of this game up by tomorrow morning. Good battle in the EBAL. Elsewhere in the EBA. Of course, it counts as a non-league game, but De La Salle leading Granada 28-7 at the half. And we'll try to update you on some more scores here. California had an early 7-0 lead on Amador Valley. Pittsburgh doing a good job with Granite Bay, 6-6 in the second quarter there. That's a team, of course, Monte Vista handled rather easily. Pittsburgh's hurt themselves with turnovers in their previous matchups with Granite Bay. I know that's not an EBAL game, but just updating you on some other scores from around the Bay Area. And we're updating these scores on BayPreps.com. James Logan leading Berkeley 21-3. Campolindo on top of Acalanes at the half, 24-20. Good DFAL opener there. Told you De La Salle on top of Granada. Valley Christian leading Milpitas in a good South Bay matchup, 20-0. Clayton Valley leading Liberty 28-7 in the first quarter. Not too far away, California leading Amador Valley at the half, 14-7. A couple ranked teams in our BayPreps.com rankings from Harold Abend. Miramani and Dublin. Miramani and Dublin's tied at 7 at the half. Oak Grove leading McClymonds 20-6 in the second quarter, and Livermore was leading San Ramon Valley 18-14 in the second quarter. That's a surprising score. San Ramon Valley off to that 0-3 start, played very good competition, but a big favorite there. Livermore hasn't beaten anybody in the EBAL other than Granada for a long time, maybe ever. I'm not sure how far those records gone back. We know it's been a long time. They beat Granada last year, and they've made some, even despite that, great strides under Greg Hobner, who's a very respected head coach down at Livermore. Big rebuilding job there, and it would be huge if Livermore can pull off that upset, but a long way to go there. But it was 18-14 Cowboys in the second quarter. 7-7 as we get ready for the start of the third quarter here. Pat O'Rourke with you, along with the producer and cameraman, Jerry Gerard. Monte Vista will kick off to the Falcons to start this second half. We'll see what type of adjustments Foothill makes offensively. Offense that has struggled, just 106 total yards in the first half. Monte Vista won this defensive battle a year ago, holding Foothill to 201 total yards and forcing a couple turnovers in that 12-7 win. As Jeff Lockey, an Oregon Duck, found Marco Zamora for a couple of touchdowns. So we are underway with the second half. And this one fielded just in front of the goal line by Jameer Holland. And Holland gets back to the 20. And Foothill has started at the 20 for 3 straight possessions.
Kick taken by Holland. Tackle on the return by Wendy.
Gates did get some good yards in the ground for Foothill in that first half, even though the Falcons don't have any offensive points. 12 carries, 69 yards for Gates. So Let's see if their workhorse, who has 40 carries, 258 yards coming into this game, averaging 6.5 yards a pop, can make a big impact and try to wear down this Monte Vista defense in the second half. Kearns, the sophomore quarterback, will hand off, and this is going to go to Holland, who gets a couple. On-time rivalry. As we told you before, the history, Monte Vista leads the series 23-10. They won the first 14. They're 10-6 all-time here at Foothill. Coach Bergman is 6-8 all-time against Foothill. When they honored Coach Sweeney at halftime, they said when he took the job, they told him that Monte Vista was the program that he would have to look at. That's a team that he had to beat in terms of that was the model in the EBAL at the time when Coach Sweeney took over here at Foothills. A short pass across the middle is complete to Holland as they try to get him more involved, but it's a short gain. Holland has 2 catches for 4 yards. So 3rd and 5 for the Falcons, who were held to 4 first downs in that first half. Taking a long time in the huddle here. Kearns, 2 receivers to his left, looking that way. Pass is going to be caught. Finally get Ray Hudson involved, his first catch of the game. Monte Vista's done a very good job on the cowl-bound receiver, and he gets 10 yards. Hudson, second-team EBAL player last year. Told you going to Berkeley next fall. He'll be pulling for the upset tomorrow as Cal plays at SC. 2 receivers set to each side. Kearns trying to set up something short, finds Gates, but it's incomplete, and it's probably better off for Foothill that he didn't catch that ball because running there with him was Jack Chabola, and it's great to see Chabola back in this game. Remember, he left earlier, and he was going to bring down Gates for probably a 4 or 5 yard loss if Gates caught that pass. Instead, it's 2nd down and 10. Chabola, I told you that charity that he runs. And a guy that has a couple sacks in the first 3 games coming into this one. Him and Richard Martinez, the leading tacklers for Monte Vista through 3 games. 2nd down and 10, 10:09 to go in the 3rd quarter. Kearns steps to his left, wants to heave deep. He's got a man, and the pass is deflected and intercepted. What a play by Nico Zamora. And Zamora over the far side steps out of bounds at the 35. Kearns had Isaiah Langley wide open, but his pass was well underthrown, and it's his 2nd interception of the game. And that was just a talented, coordinated effort from Nico Zamora as he tipped that pass to himself. I wasn't sure he had a chance to come up with an interception there when I was watching him make a play on that ball, like he was just only going to have a chance to knock it away. He was beaten there, but recovered to come up with that pick, the 2nd interception of the game, 2nd Foothill turnover, and it goes to Zach Chain. He's got a big hole over the right side. Chain takes it to Foothill's half of midfield. Chain gets 19 yards, which is more yards than he had in the entire first half. He's got 33 in the game now. Give it to him again, and he steps out of bounds in front of the Mustang bench. Monte Vista picking up the tempo offensively. Chain came into this game with 427 yards rushing, 1,400 yards plus from scrimmage a year ago. 2nd down and 8. He's got 8 carries, 35 yards tonight. One more time. Big hole. Great job by the Mustang offensive line, and Chain tripped up in the Foothill secondary. Gain of 14.
First and 10 for the Foothill 30.
Momentum has definitely shifted Monte Vista's way. Foothill had a chance for 6 there, but the pass was underthrown and intercepted. And now Zach Chain starting to take over. Why not again? But Chain has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage, and a good job doing so, as it looked like Finney was there to stand in his way. 7-7 ball game in the third quarter. Foothill 4-6 last season. Their first losing season in a long time. I mean, really, when you go as far back as the records, at least back to the 90s. You knew this was going to be an improved team coming into this year. Nikita Zamora passes far side, incomplete. Should have been caught there by Marco Zamora, who looked like he wanted to run before catching that pass. So it's 3rd and 10 from the Foothill 30. Monte Vista in that spot of the field again where we've seen a couple of drives stall, or where they had a 47-yard field goal blocked. They had a 34-yard field goal that missed. The blocked field goal ended up resulting in Foothill's only points. Now they have 3rd and 10 from the 30. Too far probably for a field goal from here, as Zamora has a pocket across the middle. Pass is going to be caught for a first down close to the 10-yard line. Threw that one in traffic, but a missile pass. And Avery went up to get it. Avery, not much size to him. Listed at 5'8", and he makes the reception, and a gain of 20, a second catch of the night. It was a great pass by Zamora. He needed that one to be right on target, and it was. It's 1st and goal. Chain. Great move to stay on his feet, but still going to be taken down for a loss as Griffith Gates tracks him down. And Chain limping a little bit, and he's going to have to come out of this game. We saw Chabola leave and then come back, and now Chain limping his way off the field. You get a look at him there. That's a rough sign if you're a Mustang fan. His main backup is Matt Rude, 6'1", 190-pound junior, who's got 11 carries for 36 yards coming into this game. 2nd down and goal. Rude is into the game. Marco Zamora is the receiver to the left. Malin in the slot on the right side. Avery to the right. They've got single coverage on Avery in the right, but Zamora looking the near side the whole way, going up to get it is Malin, and he's got it for a touchdown. Great battle for Malin to go up and get that ball, and he has put Monte Vista in front. 13-yard touchdown pass. And Mason Malin, a 6'3", 220-pound senior, fought for that football. His 2nd catch of the night. The extra point try is good. The low line drive sneaks through. Malin scores his 4th touchdown of the year. And Monte Vista, a strong drive, goes 65 yards. Eight plays, 65 yards. And it took 2 minutes and 36 seconds. The 13-yard touchdown pass to Malin. And for Nikita Zamora, his 8th touchdown pass of the season. And he knew he's got a big target, and he put that one in a good spot. That was what Monte Vista was looking for. Zamora 7 of 15, but those 7 completions have gone for 182 yards. A lot of time left in this good battle from Pleasanton. And this kick is going to go out of the end zone for a touchback. So Foothill starts at the 20 for the 4th consecutive possession. Cheerleaders chanting, "Fired it up," and they've got their student section right in front of them on their feet, but kind of standing with their hands in their pockets right now. They do need to fire it up, both on the Foothill sideline, on the field, and in the stands. Only down 7 points. Kearns looking to throw. He is going to be brought down. Nico Zamora, the cornerback blitz. Foothill did not see that coming. 2nd sack of the night of Kearns. And a loss of 5. This is some start to the season for Monte Vista's defense. Coach Babcock, assistant head coach who we talk to every week and a lot of times after wins, has said he's never felt so confident about a Monte Vista defense during his time there. 2nd and 15, Kearns wanting to throw across the middle, incomplete, looking for Gates.
Kearns pass incomplete.
Couldn't make the catch. Coverage there by Scott Sheriffs. Playing that middle linebacker spot in this good defense as a sophomore. You don't see that kind of responsibility that often. And obviously it's well earned. Monte Vista's passing defense has held Kearns to just 5 of 16 passing for 40 yards and 2 interceptions. This is a guy who came in 33 of 52, 63.5% completion percentage, 573 yards, 9 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. But those poor numbers tonight against this good D, 3rd and 15. And we've got a timeout called by Foothill. 6:40 to go in the 3rd quarter. Monte Vista leads by the score of 14-7. They were down 7-0 after a blocked field goal return by Nick Mendonca in the 1st quarter. Monte Vista scored the tying touchdown early in the 2nd quarter, a 26-yard pass to Jalen Avery. It was 7-7 at the half. After a Nico Zamora interception, the Mustangs just went 65 yards on 8 plays, capped off by the 13-yard scoring strike to Mason Malin. And that is how they have a lead here with 6:40 to go in the 3rd quarter. Defense trying to come up with another stop. They have held Foothill to just 4 first downs tonight. Kearns has some time, far sideline. That one nearly picked off. Jalen Avery in on the coverage on the far side. And a lot of coaches and players hopping up and down thinking that Avery might be able to come up with a pick on that errant pass. 4 straight incompletions for Kearns. Foothill's got a punt. Now it's going to be up to the Falcons defense to come up with a stop because Monte Vista is going to get pretty good field position here. High snap. Fair catch is called for. And Marco Zamora makes the catch in Foothill territory at the Falcon 40-yard line. So Monte Vista, best field position since they started at the Falcon 21 in that 1st quarter after a Malin interception. Zach Chain left on the last series. But it looks like he is back in the game for Monte Vista. Nikita Zamora, though, wants to throw, and his pass incomplete, intended for Marco. So many Zamoras on the field for Monte Vista, it can be tough to keep track. Marco and Nico are brothers. Nikita unrelated. 2nd down and 10. They didn't go to Chain on 1st down. Fake it to him. Try to set up a screen, and that's going to be incomplete. Chain smartly falls on the ball to just make sure in case that's ruled a lateral. So 3rd down. That play didn't have much of a shot, even if Chain makes that catch. Foothill had to defend it very well. Chess game going on the sidelines. Matt Sweeney in his 25th year being honored tonight. A lot of respect for Coach Sweeney around the EBAL. 3rd down and 10, and we've got a timeout called by the Monte Vista bench as Coach Bergman starts walking out onto the field before this 3rd down and 10. And you get a look at the Mustang offense as they get some water and talk to their head coach. Monte Vista come in for the record of 3-0, 35-22 over Castro Valley in their opening game, 21-0 against Berkeley. Just a standout defensive performance, and then they did it again against Pittsburgh, 44-14. Pittsburgh had just 6 points last we checked against Granite Bay tonight, but there aren't going to be too many teams to hold Pittsburgh to 14 or less this season. Coach Bergman in his 15th season at the helm of Monte Vista. Talk about the record success. It's year after year in this tough conference for both these head coaches. Coach Bergman, we talked about Coach Sweeney having that rare losing season last year, and Coach Bergman hasn't had one in an eternity, if at all. They've won 2 straight meetings against Foothill, looking for number 3. 3rd down and 10 from the 40, trying to cash in on this good field position. Nikita Zamora looking down the far sideline, heaves it up, and does Malin have another one? Yes, he does. Great catch by Malin, 20 yards. That guy's got some hands. And pass catchers obviously come through this program left and right. Many can make an impact on the next level. Saw Zach Ertz, his great game last week for Stanford and a win over USC out of Monte Vista. Here's Zach Chain on 1st down from the 20. Nikita Zamora now is 8 of 18. But like I said, those 8 completions have gone for a ton of yards. He's averaging 25 yards, over 25 yards per completion. He's got 202 yards on the night. Zach Chain's got 12 carries, 49 yards. Monte Vista would love to use up some clock. 5:27 to go in the 3rd quarter. They lead by a touchdown. Play action. Across the middle, incomplete, too far in front of Marco Zamora. Third down and 7 for the Mustang offense. Zamora out of the gun, didn't get the snap. No false start called, and he's going to be sacked. Looked like it could have easily been a false start. But Foothill will certainly take the sack. Perry Cheney, an honorable mention EBAO player last year, brings down Zamora for a loss of 6, and that's the 5th sack of the night for the Foothill defense. And now it's 4th. And Monte Vista is going to try another field goal. They are 0 for 2 on the evening. DeMaio had a field goal in the Pittsburgh game. This one he's going to try from 43 yards out. The hold is at the 33. The hold from John Kaiser, and the kick is blocked again. And Monte Vista comes up with it, but they can't really advance that ball, and so Foothill takes over. 3 missed kicks tonight, 2 of them blocked. 1 of them was returned for a touchdown. And Monte Vista holding a 7-point lead, but if they don't hold on to this lead in this game and end up falling tonight, you're going to have to look back to some of these missed opportunities. So Foothill starts the 20 once again. 4:28 to go in the third. Keep it on the ground with Gates, his 13th carry of the night, his first of the second half. Akalani's took a 27-24 lead on Campolindo. De La Salle leads 34-7 over Granada. Second and 9. Monte Vista white shirt swarming to the football. Oh, they are really gang tackling. A lot of intensity on that Monte Vista defense. Talent as well. And it's 3rd down and 11. And here is a pass complete for a short gain to Langley. It's going to be well shy of the first down for 6 yards. Actually, we call it 8 yards. Bringing up a 4th and 3. But obviously not going to go for it here. Down only 7 points with 2:36 to go in the third quarter. And here is the ensuing punt. They're surrounding Marco Zamora as he calls for that fair catch on Monte Vista's half of midfield. Great field position again for the Mustangs. Last time they started at the Foothill 40. And now they'll start actually right at midfield. Foothill fans trying to make some noise. Of course, I don't think it has anything to do with the football game. 1st and 10, Monte Vista up 7. Here's a pass to Malin. Malin's got a couple blocks in front, turns it upfield, and he's tripped up inside the 35. Saving a touchdown was Trevor Mays. Or else Malin was going to go to the distance. Malin now 4 catches, 95 yards. You know, we were talking about Zach Ertz, former Monte Vista tight end, now at Stanford. And I'll have more on him in a moment. As it's 1st down and 10 from the 34-yard line, and Zach Chain has stopped before he can get to the line of scrimmage. But Kyle Bonagura, who, by the way, is, along with Ted Ramey tonight, debuting a new show on KMBR 1050. High school football insiders from 10 to 11 o'clock tonight on KMBR 1050. But I just got an email from Kyle that Zach Ertz is in attendance tonight, watching his old teammates, his old school. As Chain loses a couple yards on 1st down, Nikita Zamora, near side pass, a little bit behind, and intended for Marco Zamora, and incomplete. There is a flag down in the secondary. That was a dangerous pass by Nikita Zamora. Ertz certainly has to like some of the big gains Monte Vista's been able to get in the passing game tonight. 218 yards passing for Nikita Zamora. That one, though, was nearly picked off. Marco Zamora had to play a little defense to make sure that one wasn't intercepted. we're going to get a penalty, a holding call against Foothill in that secondary. Time winding down the third quarter, 1:25 to go in the third.
Penalty moves the ball down to the 26-yard line. It's going to be second down and 2.
It's going to be second down and 2. 10-yard holding penalty. 35 yards and penalties on the night for Foothill. Nikita Zamora pump fakes and then sacked. And a flag does come down. They are having trouble occasionally stopping those blitzes up the middle. Trent Morgan in on the sack there for Foothill. Loss of 11 yards. That's 6 sacks tonight of Nikita Zamora. But again, what he's doing is he's not forcing the football when those sacks are coming. He is holding on to it, and it's better to take a sack, obviously, than an interception. Looks like we have a penalty on the play against Monte Vista as well, and they're talking to the Foothill bench. It is declined. It looks like Monte Vista got some yards on that they shouldn't have on that sack, and Foothill bench was upset about it, but apparently they're going to say the forward progress makes it a loss of only 6 instead of 10, and now we might have Foothill offsides. And this might be encroachment on. It is offsides on Foothill.
5-yard penalty moves the ball down to the 27-yard line.
Nobody wants this quarter to end. 1:04 to go in the third. Monte Vista leading 14-7. It was a 7-7 game at the half. Monte Vista, the quick strike drive, 8 plays, 65 yards, took 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Mason Malin, the 13-yard touchdown reception from Zamora to put Monte Vista in front. That was with about 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Here's a pass across the middle. That's going to be enough for a first down, as he finds his tight end for the first time tonight. Mensendik with the reception.
Zamora's pass complete, good for a first down. First and 10 to the 16.
That was 13 yards. They got first and 10 from the 15-yard line. Chain can't escape the arm tackle. I believe that was Will Theophanopoulos.
Tackled by McGee.
No, it was McGee actually on the stop.
Loss on the play, second down.
I just wanted to say Theophanopoulos. Loss of 3 on the play for Chain, who has had yards, tough time getting yards tonight, 44 on the evening as the third quarter comes to a close. It's Monte Vista leading Foothill 14-7. You're watching high school football action on BayPreps.com. Rocco's Ristorante Pizzeria is the place to go after the game. They're open late, full bar, longtime supporter of high school sports in the corner of Oak Grove and Ignacio and Walnut Creek. That's Rocco's Ristorante Pizzeria. Stop by there tomorrow to watch all the college football action, or on Sunday and Monday to watch the pro football games. Plenty of TVs, great food, the best food you'll find at Rocco's in Walnut Creek. 14-7 our score here. It was 12-7 the score last year that when Monte Vista beat Foothill. They've won 2 straight meetings. They won 38-14 in 2010. The last time the Falcons won was 41-37 in 2009, and that was a game that featured a lot of talent, but particularly the quarterback position. I mentioned Kyle Bonagura. He was there to cover that game. It was a 41-37 Foothill win. Sean Mannion of Oregon State started a quarterback for them, and Nottingham of Stanford started a quarterback for Monte Vista. As a pass is going to be complete. Avery breaks some tackles, slips away, takes it inside the 5-yard line, but there is a flag in the backfield.
Zamora's pass is complete to Avery. Penalty on the play.
And this looks like it's going to go against Foothill. A personal foul, late hit, roughing the passer penalty on the Falcons. It goes half the distance. It was already going to be a big gain of 16 yards to Avery, who's got 3 catches for 62 yards tonight. And it is first and goal. The Mustangs a golden opportunity to take a 2-touchdown lead.
Foothill penalty moves the ball down to the 1-yard line. First and goal for Monte Vista.
Monte Vista hurries to the line of scrimmage. They give it to Chain, and Chain can't get to the end zone. In fact, he might have been stopped shy of the line of scrimmage.
Chang, the ball carrier. Stop short of the goal line. Going to bring up second down.
15 carries for 44 yards for Chain tonight. Second and goal from the 1-yard line. Just underway in the 4th quarter. This was a 7-7 game at the half. Foothill led 7-0 after the 1st quarter. The pitch to Chain, but flags come down.
Penalty on the play.
So they blow the play dead. And the Mustangs look like they're going to go back. It's a team that struggled with some personal foul penalties a couple weeks ago against Berkeley, but have cut down on those penalties, and it's just their second penalty of the night.
Monte Vista penalty moves the ball
But
down to the 7-yard line.
there's never really a good spot for a penalty, but particularly when you're close to the goal line. So now you're looking at a second and goal from the 7. Actually, it was a loss of 1 for Chain on the play before. Monte Vista's had some opportunities. Remember, they had a first and goal from the 8 and could not get any points out of it. So they definitely want to cash in here as Malin goes in motion. Looking that way, trying to throw that same touchdown pass in the side of the end zone, and there's the flag. Easy pass interference call. A couple officials throwing their flags as Malin was about to go up and snare another one, just like he did last quarter on a play that put the Mustangs in front. Same play, other side of the field. I should say other end of the field after these teams switch sides at the end of the quarter. And the pass interference penalty. Monte Vista's only going to get about 3 yards out of it. But it's an automatic first down, and they've got first and goal again. 10:36 to go.
After the penalty, it'll be first and goal for Monte Vista.
The way their defense is played, a touchdown would be huge. But Chain again struggles to get back to the line of scrimmage. Finney, another good stop.
Hit first by Finney.
And that knee might have went down back at the 5 for a loss. And now the Foothill fans chanting defense. Students have been quiet most of the night trying to get back in this thing. This is a big play. Second down and goal. This is a big series, should say. Play action. Zamora sacked. Mark Louie in on the sack for Foothill.
Zamora dropped for a lump. Tackled by Louie.
And we've seen it often tonight, those sacks. Makes it you 48 rushing yards for Zamora. The 7th sack of the night, and they're now back at the 15. And it's third and goal. Monte Vista's had some missed opportunities, and they're in danger of another one. Avery lined up as the lone receiver to the right, Malin in the slot to the left. looking Avery's way. Pass behind him and incomplete. Holland in on the coverage. That was a 22nd pass of the night for Nikita Zamora.
Brings up fourth down.
And now it's fourth down, and Monte Vista, who has struggled in the kicking game tonight. 3 missed field goals, 2 of them blocked. And they're going to try another one here. The only Foothill touchdown came off of a blocked field goal. This one, 33 yards. DeMaio. It is long enough, but he missed it to the left again. 4 missed field goals, and Foothill, who seems like they should be down 2 or 3 touchdowns, still only down 7 with 9:12 remaining. Can the Mustang defense, who has come through time and time again tonight, come up with another stop? Kearns looking to throw, looking for Holland, incomplete. That Monte Vista secondary has been running with the receivers all night, and that was Nathan Yee on the coverage.
Turner on the coverage. Second down.
Kearns, 7 of 20 for 46 yards and 2 interceptions. If you told Coach Sweeney those numbers, that he would have those numbers with 9:08 to go, you would think his team would be down a lot more than just 7. Two receivers to the left, one to the right. Holland gets the pitch. And he is tackled.
Pitch to Holland. Hit first by Milner.
Holland been bottled up tonight. 5 carries, 12 yards. 3rd down and 9. Monte Vista defense is just taking the crowd out of the game. And when the team has had those missed opportunities, the 4 errant field goals, the defense keeps coming through. And they've held Foothill to just 124 yards of offense. And they've come up with a lot of 3rd down stops and looking for one more. Kearns, pass far sideline, complete to Holland. There's a 3rd down conversion for the Falcons that they were desperately seeking as he takes it up to the 34-yard line. A gain of 13. 3rd catch of the night for Holland.
Play good for a Foothill first down. First and 10. They're on the 34-yard line.
So they'll move the chains, restart the clock with 8:51 to go. Pat O'Rourke with you from Pleasanton at Foothill High School, along with Jerry Gerard, a producer and cameraman. Good action tonight, week 4, in the opening night of the East Bay Athletic League. Kearns on the draw to Gates. Gates escapes a few ankle tackles and gets close to a first.
Gates, the ball carrier.
Gates hasn't had too many opportunities in this second half, but he gets 10, and he now has 14 carries for 80 yards. Touchdown in each game for Griffith Gates, but not tonight. Can he and the Falcons cash in? They have 2 successive first downs. Short drop for Kearns. Now he wants to run, it looked like, but now just buying himself some time. Runs back right. Far sideline, pass complete to Finney, who takes a big shot but gets the first down. Malin, a big hitter on defense, supplied a shot there, but Finney gets the reception for 12 yards. Good job by Finney to hold on there. A guy that was a honorable mention EBAL player a year ago. And we've got a hurt Mustang on the field. I'm not sure, it might be Nick Sheriffs. Him or Brandon Landman. We've seen a few Mustangs lead this game with injuries, Chabola and Chain, but they both fortunately came back to play. And that is, in fact, Landman. Brendan Landman, an honorable mention EBAL player last year, came into this game with a sack and a fumble recovery. He had a big sack last year, did Landman, in Monte Vista's 12-7 win in Danville against Foothill. A big sack on Foothill's final possession. So hopefully we'll see him back in this game. First down and 10 from the Monte Vista 44-yard line. Foothill, who does not have an offensive score tonight, their lone touchdown came from a blocked field goal. Has been fortunate because of 4 missed field goals by Monte Vista, 2 of them blocked. This is the draw to Holland, who escapes some tackles down the far side to 30. Makes a nice cutback inside the 20. Takes it all the way inside the 10. They had bottled up Holland most of the night. Just 29 yards of offense for a player who came into this game with 340 yards from scrimmage in the first 3 contests. But he gets 34 yards, setting up Foothill. First and goal from the Mustang 10. 7:39 to go. Griffith Gates. Ball comes loose. Foothill has 2 turnovers tonight on interceptions. And there's a scramble for the loose ball here. And it looks like the Falcons were able to get it back. All the Foothill fans, you can hear them collectively holding their breath. The momentum going their way. The last thing they wanted to see was a turnover. 3-yard gain for Gates. Second and goal from the 7. 7:10 to go in the 4th quarter. You're watching this outstanding EBAL opener on BayPreps.com. Gates in the backfield with Kearns. Kearns, play action, has a man, it's Holland, catches, walks into the end zone, touchdown Foothill. He pulls the Falcons within 1 with 6:48 to go. And that was too easy. Holland, an instrumental player on that drive. The 7-yard touchdown reception. Here's the extra point try for the tie. And it is good. We are tied at 14. 6:48 to go. These teams, when they play, they usually play a close game, and we've got another one tonight. Seven-play, 80-yard drive. Took 2 minutes and 24 seconds. A 7-yard touchdown pass to Jameer Holland from Kyle Kearns. The best possession of the night for the Falcons. We mentioned those blown opportunities before for Monte Vista. And we'll see how they respond with 6:48 to go. Last time Foothill beat Monte Vista, we told you, in 09, 41-37. Sean Mannion, the quarterback for Foothill, now at Oregon State. And the quarterback for Monte Vista in that game was Brett Nottingham, who's now at Stanford. Foothill trying to end that 2-game losing streak to the Mustangs. Kickoff. Return from inside the 10. Bouncing away is Nico Zamora, and he eventually falls down at the 25. There is a flag down away from the action. Mitch Stephens of the Chronicle says this is arguably the best non-crosstown rival game in the Bay Area, featuring two coaches who respect each other but love to beat each other. And he knows a lot about this matchup. That's why we're excited to be here before the start. And now with this game 14-14 and 6:40 to go, excited to bring you the conclusion to this game. Monte Vista picks up the personal foul. Something that they were not happy with from their team in the 21-0 win over Berkeley. They had cut down on those penalties in the win over Pittsburgh, but get the personal foul here, just their third penalty of the night. But it means you start with poor field position at your own 13. And Zach Chain, who has struggled to get yards tonight, just has to fight to get back to the line of scrimmage. Finney everywhere on both sides of the ball. Makes the stop. Morgan also in on a stop for Foothill. No gain for Chain. 17 carries, 41 yards. For a guy averaging 5.3 per carry coming into the night. Monte Vista team, an NCS semifinalist a year ago. These teams played what might have been what they called maybe the greatest game ever. The Times had an article on it in 1987, a 36-35 Monte Vista win against Foothill. Just give you an indication about these close games and this rivalry as the pass is incomplete, intended for Avery, and the Mustang coaching staff can't believe there isn't a penalty, and neither can Avery, claiming he was held there on that pass, and I think he might have a case. And instead it's 3rd down and 10. Nikita Zamora going a long way to the Monte Vista bench to get this play as he runs back into the huddle. He ran about 30 yards there to get that play. 3rd down and 10 from their own 13. Momentum has shifted Foothill's way. Can the defense get a stop? Trying to set up a screen pass and dropped by Mensendik. Well, he had a lot of room to run. It was a great play call, but he couldn't hold on to the pass, and he can't believe it. A guy that was an outstanding track sprinter last year as a sophomore, 6'5", 200 pounds, and he could have sprinted his way to a 1st down and more if he makes that catch. Perfect play call, but instead Monte Vista's got a punt and rely on that defense, which has played well but gave up an 80-yard drive. Foothill wants to bring some pressure on this punt. They blocked 2 field goals, but they get this punt away. High punt, not deep, and it takes a Foothill bounce. Foothill player dives to get out of the way, and did it touch a Foothill player? The Mustang coaching staff jumping up around thinking that this should be their ball. Nobody making a call from the officials. They're going to talk this one over. Monte Vista coaches thinking that one touched a Foothill player, which will be a big break. Well, a huge call with 5:34 to go. Could swing this game. If it's Foothill ball, they've got 1st and 10 on inside Monte Vista's 35. And there's still 4 different guys talking this one over. Everybody unsure about what happened.
Running into the kicker on the defense. It's a 5-yard penalty. Repeat 4th down.
And they're going to re-kick this ball. Say running into the kicker, but not roughing the kicker. Apparently they are ruling that Foothill did not touch that ball. And Craig Bergman a few steps onto the field wanting an explanation. Foothill led 7-0 after the first quarter on a blocked field goal return from Nico Mendoca. Monte Vista tied it early in the second quarter on a 13-yard touchdown pass, or 26-yard touchdown pass to Jalen Avery. It was 7-7 at the half. Mason Malin caught a 13-yard reception early in the third quarter to put Monte Vista in front 14-7, and Foothill just scored on a 7-yard touchdown pass to Jameer Holland. And now they come up with a 3-and-out. Monte Vista is punting after that 5-yard penalty against Foothill. And the punt from Jake DeMaio. Return from Monte Vista's side of the field. They're going to say it was a fair catch. Was called by Anderson, who tried to return it. And Foothill gets good field position nonetheless at the Mustang 46. They had started at their own 20 6 consecutive possessions, and this is their best field position of the night. 46 yards away from the end zone with 5:24 to go. Kearns will hand off to Holland, and Holland's got nowhere to go. Excellent play made by Turcotte. Another one of those very good two-way linemen for Monte Vista. Loss of one. Second down and 11. Kearns to Hudson, incomplete. Good coverage by Avery. They've had trouble getting Hudson involved tonight. The outstanding receiver has just one catch for 10 yards. Kearns is 10 of 24 for 78 yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions. And he's got a third down. Looks like they moved that football up a little bit, 3rd and 10. Kearns wanting to throw across the middle. He's got a man. Langley makes the catch. Touchdown, Foothill. Isaiah Langley, 6 foot, 165-pound sophomore, wide open. 46-yard touchdown pass. Has put Foothill in front with 4:36 to go. The extra point try to give the Falcons a 7-point advantage. And it is good. 4:36 to go. 3 plays, 46 yards. Took just 38 seconds. And Monte Vista, who was cruising, up 14-7 in this fourth quarter. They had not allowed a Foothill offensive touchdown until these last 2 possessions. 2 touchdown passes for Kearns, one from 7 yards out to Holland, and this one from 46 yards out to Langley. You know Monte Vista's got some fight in them. And there's a lot of time left. But the Falcons have come roaring back. And again, you think to those missed opportunities for Monte Vista. 4 field goals tonight. 2 of them straight misses and 2 of them blocked. Returned by Zamora. A lot of room to run down this near sideline. Forced out of bounds in front of the Foothill bench, and Monte Vista is going to get great field position And there's some extracurriculars activities on the sideline. Langley, who just scored that touchdown, along with Marco Zamora. And there is a penalty as Zamora returned it to the 48-yard line. Now the officials talking this one over about whether it goes against Langley or Zamora, I'm guessing. I did not see it until the end of it. Of course, so often the second guy gets called for the penalty. 4:27 to go. And there are actually two penalties. So offsetting personal fouls obviously doesn't affect anything. Monte Vista takes over where Zamora went out of bounds at their own 47. Down 7, 4:27 to go. Two receivers split to the left, one to the right. Nikita Zamora trips and falls. Griffith Gates was applying pressure, but he didn't touch Zamora at all. And Zamora, who has been sacked plenty of times tonight, that time went down without getting touched. I'm not sure, he might have tripped over one of his own guys. A loss of 7. That's negative 55 yards on the ground for Zamora tonight. Because of all those times he's gone down to the Mustang backfield. It's 2nd down and 17 inside 4 minutes to go. Pump fakes, passes to Mensendeek. Mensendeek taken down after a short gain. That was a similar play to what the last possession, which was a good call, but Mensendeek couldn't come up with it. He catches this one, but he gets about 3. 250 yards passing tonight for Nikita Zamora. They've converted a few 3rd and longs. They've got 3rd and 14. They need to get to the Foothill 43 for a first. From their own 43. We've got some movement, and this might be an offsides penalty against Foothill. It's the 8th penalty of the night against the Falcons. Foothill leading 21-14. This is a 7-7 game at the half. Mason Malin scored the only touchdown in the 3rd quarter on a 13-yard catch from Nikita Zamora to put Monte Vista in front 14-7 heading into the 4th quarter. But Foothill has scored on their last 2 possessions. The go-ahead score, a 46-yard touchdown pass to Langley with 4:36 to go. Right now we're inside 3 minutes to go on 3rd down and 9. Nikita Zamora's got time down the far sideline. Pass is incomplete. That might have been deflected by Langley, who was beaten by Marco Zamora. And now it's 4th down and 9. Monte Vista's got 2 of their timeouts left if they want to punt here, but on this part of the field, I think they're going to go for it. So here we go. Foothill looking for a come-from-behind win and a stop on 4th down. 4th and 9, Monte Vista has it inside their own 48. Zamora's got some time. Far sideline pass is going to be incomplete. And even if he caught that ball, it looked like Marco Zamora is going to be shy of the 1st down. So the Falcons come up with a stop with 2:38 to go. Monte Vista does have a couple timeouts left, so Foothill still needing a first down to run out the clock. But in very good shape, and a lot of people might necessarily thought that with the way this game was going about throughout the third and early stages of the fourth quarters. Griffith Gates gets a few yards up to the 45. Gates up to 86 yards on the ground tonight. Monte Vista not using up their timeout, one of their two timeouts. Figured they would have used one there. So Foothill's going to be able to take this clock inside 2 minutes. Right now it's at 2:08. Hudson, the receiver to the right, give a pitch to Jameer Holland. Holland is going to get the first down, stays on his feet, and does he stay in bounds? It's a first down. They're going to say he did stay in bounds, but it's a first down, so the clock will stop temporarily while they move the chains. A big carry for Jameer Holland, who has played big in this comeback for Foothill. Holland at one point had just 16 yards of offense, or 16 yards, of offense, and now he's at 83 yards. And he's all compiled it over these last three possessions. 1:30 to go. Monte Vista still not using a timeout. They'll give it to Gates. And Gates holding on to the football. And Monte Vista will now use the first of those two timeouts. Gates takes it to the 26 with 1:21 to go. Pat O'Rourke with you, along with Jerry Gerard, bringing you another Bay Preps game of the week. We've seen some good ones. Last week were in Moraga as El Cerrito knocked off Campolindo 16-14. Before that, we saw James Logan beat San Ramon Valley 35-0, and also saw Cal beat Pittsburgh, and our first game of the year was a good one as Buhack Colony beat San Ramon Valley 28-24. Speaking of Buhack Colony, that was a crazy game last night. Sarah coach Patrick Walsh chose to go for two with 14 seconds left, and the Padres came away with a 36-35 win. Monte Vista really behind the eight ball now. In danger of losing their EBAL opener, a game that they seemingly had in control but couldn't cash in on some opportunities as Gates tries to take tacklers with him, and he does fight for extra yards. Foothill trying to push him forward. As he takes it inside the 23-yard line, he'll be a couple yards shy of the first down. Monte Vista will use up their final timeout with 1:11 to go.
Timeout, Monte Vista. These are third and final timeout.
18 carries, 94 yards for Gates, and a third down and 2 coming up. If Foothill doesn't get the first down, they can still use up about 40, 45 seconds. So Monte Vista, the best case scenario, you get the ball back, assuming no turnover, you get the ball back with about 20, 25 seconds left. And you know they're trying to strip that ball away from Gates, who did fumble during Foothill's game-tying touchdown drive, but Foothill was able to pounce back on top of it. Third down and 2. A first down will end this thing. Gates trying to keep those legs moving forward. And this is going to be very close. Officials looking at the football. It's right at the 21-yard line. Foothill, I believe, might have got this. They're probably going to bring out the chains here. You've got to at this point of the game with 1:02 to go. And I'm thinking he might have got this. So the chain gang comes out. They have not really been used tonight in terms of coming in. This might have been the first measurement of the evening. And they certainly want to get this one right. Foothill's going to erupt if he gets the first down. And it's just a little bit, it's actually a foot shy. So much for what I know, thinking that he got it. 4th down and a foot with 1:02 to go. Somebody's going to have to burst through quickly on that Monte Vista defensive line. Stop him here. Now I look at the clock. I mean, Monte Vista can get the ball back with about 55 seconds. And no timeouts if they come up with a stop. But 4th down and a foot. EBAL opener. These teams usually play close games. Foothill has not beat Monte Vista since 2009. They're 10-23 all time against the Mustangs. 8-6 against Coach Bergman, though. Actually, they were able to use up the clock there. Of course, they restarted the clock, and now Foothill uses up the timeout as they restart the clock with 38 seconds to go. And so now, like I said, you get the ball back with about 30 seconds left for Monte Vista, like I originally said, and that's your best case scenario for the Mustangs. And even so, you would have to go about 80 yards and no timeouts. So even with a stop, very long odds against the Mustangs, who have missed 4 field goals tonight. 2 of them blocked. 1 of them was returned for the touchdown in the opening quarter. Griffith Gates, why not? Bowls over a man and gets the first down as he takes it to the 18. 98 rushing yards in the night for Gates, and that, his biggest carry, his 20th of the night, seals this game. Foothill is going to win this East Bay Athletic League opener 21-14, a game in which they trailed 14-7 in this 4th quarter. A 7-yard touchdown pass to Jameer Holland tied it. The 46-yard touchdown pass from Kearns to Langley gave them the lead for good with 4:36 to go. And now they'll need just one kneel down to finish this game. Big win for the Falcons as they honor their longtime head coach, Matt Sweeney, in his 25th season at the helm. His 215th career victory. And there is the kneel down. And the final seconds will tick off. Foothill bench erupts as they beat their rivals from Danville 21-14. Another close game in this rivalry. And Foothill beats Monte Vista for the first time since 2009. We'll take a break on the audio side, and we'll have our post-game show in a moment. You've been watching high school football on BayPreps.com. Keep it right here.
ding on the coach. That's a good game.
We're going to probably try to get an interview or two for you with a Foothill player in a moment, but let's run down the totals in this one. This was a 7-7 game at the half. And in the third quarter, Monte Vista seemed to take control of this game. A 13-yard touchdown pass to Mason Malin from Nikita Zamora, capping an 8-play, 65-yard drive that took 2 minutes and 30 seconds, gave the Mustangs a 14-7 lead, a lead they took into the fourth quarter. But after the fourth missed field goal of the night for Monte Vista, 2 of them were blocked. 1 of them was returned for a touchdown back in the first quarter, but after the fourth missed field goal, and Foothill embarked on a 7-play, 80-yard drive that took 2 minutes, 24 seconds, capped off on a 7-yard touchdown pass to Holland. Jameer Holland scored the extra point, made it 14-14 after a 3-and-out by Monte Vista. The Falcons, a couple plays later, a 46-yard touchdown pass from Kyle Kearns to Isaiah Langley gave Foothill the lead for good with 4:36 to go, made it 21-14, and that's how we ended up. The Foothill defense did need to make one more stop. They did so, and they come out on top tonight and defeat Monte Vista and win their East Bay Athletic League opener. Totals tonight, Monte Vista, negative 14 yards rushing, 250 yards passing for a total of 236 yards. Foothill, 153 yards on the ground and 124 yards passing. Obviously the more balanced team, 277 total yards tonight. Monte Vista negative rushing yards tonight because Nikita Zamora had negative 55. He was sacked 8 times. Zach Chain, 17 carries, 41 yards. Nikita Zamora was 12 of 27 for 250 yards and 2 touchdowns and no interceptions. Marco Zamora, 2 catches, 79 yards. Jalen Avery, 3 catches, 62 yards. Mason Malin, 4 catches, 95 yards and a touchdown. Avery also had a touchdown. Messendeek had 2 catches, 16 yards, and Chain, 1 catch, negative 2 yards. As for Foothill, Griffith Gates, he got the tough yards in the end to seal this game and run out the remainder of the clock. He finished with 20 carries for 98 yards. Jameer Holland, 8 carries, 59 yards. Langley, 1 carry, 5 yards. Kyle Kearns had a little bit of a rough night throwing, but the sophomore stuck with it, and he made the big throws when he needed to in the fourth quarter. He ended up 11 of 25 for 124 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Hudson just 1 catch, 10 yards tonight. Finney had 3 catches, 31 yards. Langley, 3 catches, 59 yards, including that winning 46-yard touchdown pass. And Holland, 4 catches, 24 yards, and a touchdown. Penalties, Foothill had 8 of them for 49 yards. Monte Vista, 3 for 35. And the 2 Foothill turnovers and none for Monte Vista. No turnovers for Monte Vista tonight, but the big factor was the fact that they missed 4 field goals. 2 of them were blocked. 1 of them was returned for a touchdown back in the first quarter. This Monte Vista defense played so well through 3+ quarters, not allowing a score from Foothill, but giving up 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter that obviously are the difference tonight. We're not going to be able to get a Foothill player. They went straight to the locker room as soon as they were done talking with their head coach, who is being honored tonight. Congratulations to Matt Sweeney in his 25th season, picking up this win against a good Monte Vista team as they hand the Mustangs their first loss of the year. Jerry Gerard, the producer and cameraman, thanks to our couple of our sponsors, Michael Mowry at CNA Equity and Rocco's Ristorante Pizzeria. Pat O'Rourke signing off from Pleasanton at Foothill High School. The final score tonight, Foothill wins their EBA opener over the Mustangs, 21-14. You've been watching high school football action on BayPreps.com.